Guys, back in today with more Mechanical Marie, this time with episode 11. It was a fun episode last time out with the theme park event, the kind of Tanuki people's daughter revealing her actually not liking Jude. No, not gonna remember his name. But she actually liked the dude's brother, but he did change for the worse, of course. But it was a pretty fun episode overall. Unfortunately, the AI bullshit artwork returned, but is what it is. It's just so strange. Like, why if they're gonna use it, why did they take like a 6-7 week hiatus from it? Maybe they just struggled using it then. There she is. But I did mention this last week. I'd like to interview. Well, I wouldn't be very good at interviewing people, but I'd like to watch an interview with the creator of the series and see how they feel about the adaptation of this work. Can't lie. I mean, this is not. They probably got told, but if I was an artist and someone adapted my work, I'd want to be the best thing possible. But if they were to use AI, I would be very angry. Would not be happy. I also wonder how they feel when they get a crappy adaptation as well, which is there has been plenty. I feel like if you know, or if you see that your adaptations, I don't know if they have this power, which is amazing because they're the authors of the work. But I feel like if you have like a preview of it and you don't like it, you should just not allow it to be released. It doesn't even look like a. Well, I think they do. Just not in the same way humans would. You got to keep your robots clean. They probably get polished, maybe oiled up. Run in the bathroom, bro. I always talk about probably my I don't know what to say. I wouldn't say fondest memory. Oh God. Like I always say this, I absolutely hate Japanese rap. Just not good. And you guys, I love my anime. I love my JRPGs. Love my games. I love it's like Thing Japan, and I like Thing Japan. Rap, the one thing is like it's just cringe every time. I've heard it anyway. Probably sounds better if you speak the language. But yeah, I was going to talk about the probably the biggest standout memory of a bathroom for me is when I was maybe like 10. I don't know why. It's pretty disgusting to think back. I brought my milkshake in there with me, and I was about to shake it up, and I did shake it up, but the lid wasn't on, and the whole room just almost turned brown. The chocolate milkshake. Don't know what you would have thought went on in there if I didn't tell you it was milkshake. But yeah, that was disastrous. The feeling of dread was heavy. Again, I don't know why I brought it in the bathroom in the first place. Pretty gross to bring any food or drink in, but stupid kid, I guess. I will say about this show, it's pretty good with the fan service. Pretty good at there being nothing too kind of extreme and not too much of it, which is good. a lot of falling over this episode. Dramatic falls. Also, why is the bathwater green? Pretty much. The jig's up. The jig's up when she realizes the jig's up. He realizes. But she doesn't realize he realizes. Till now. But again, there's an extreme lack of fan service, funnily enough. That way you say that look is that's quite creepy actually. The alien. Much more fan service of him than anything. How could he have? Why do you feel bad? You definitely didn't. Just a peak. This is lining up quite badly, isn't it? But I mean, she's not wrong. That's the thing. She is right here, but overall, she's been in that bar for about an hour. Must be freezing. Underhanded. I've never heard of anyone say that they themselves are underhanded. What happened? Not sure what it looks like happening, to be honest. What would you think happened here? If you walked in on that, what would you think happened there? Him lying on the floor like that. Poison of love. Maybe I'd think that he did catch a peek of her and she like slapped him and she knocked him out or something. And these guys just wrote that off. And how is he resistant to poisons? Maybe because of the status he's had to build up immunity to it or something by like microdosing. I don't know. It's a bit of a weird thing to do. But even more egregious is the fact that they just wrote that off. You guys not seen how many attempts at life we've seen in this place? This guy always talking about sacking Marie. You should get sacked, bro. That was terrible from you, just writing that off like that. You know what? Must have been a bee, been a fly. And you had no opportunity. It's totally on Roy. Has he lost his memory? Oh god, the classic. And reset. He hasn't fully lost his memory. It's just been reset to the start of the series. This is a classic. This is a classic in anime, isn't it? The memory loss arc. Oh, I don't think so. As I said, he clearly remembered about wanting a robot made. So yeah, I think it's been reset like right at the start of the series. Let's hope it doesn't. Let's hope that's not prolonged. If you know what I'm saying. That's always the annoying thing about an arc like this. It's just like, ugh, you're gonna eventually get it back. So when's that gonna happen? It just feels like prolonging the inevitable. If you know what I'm saying. It just serves to undo a lot of progress. Not great. Can be fun though. Fun in stuff like this in Gintama especially. Taking a more comedic route. The poisoner. Oh, give us the darts and we can test it. You can fall in love all over again. I always say about this, it's probably my favourite romance movie. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I absolutely love that movie. It does. It's actually handy. But when he gets them back, he's going to be pissed that you guys play along with all this. You should be fired anyway. You're useless. Is he done anything useful in this show? Except for hire Marie. Good and bad little kids. Yeah, yeah. You know what? I'm kind of surprised they didn't have that warning throughout the whole show. About the whole battery thing. That can be terrible. Beat one of those. And I don't know what it is about kids. I remember hearing some really interesting perspective from a kid about it. But apparently there's just something attractive about eating things that are shaped similarly to like batteries slash Lego and stuff. I'm not sure what it is. It'd be really interesting to do a study on. But for some reason they always want to eat stuff like that. So or maybe it's a piece of junk that randomly ended up in your pocket. There's a function. It's an accessory. Yeah. This is nice though. It does give her the opportunity to come clean, doesn't it? It was too late when his memories were here. Gives her a second chance. Daryl. Oh, Daryl from Tennessee. So this Minako, but it really does feel like this episode is a bit of a filler episode, honestly. Like the opportunity is there, like we just saw. The opportunity is really there for them to take this by the horns and kind of get her to admit to things and expose herself. But if I'm thinking about like the season overall, it almost feels like this episode is pretty worthless. Maybe that's just me, but what we gained from this episode. I mean, the first portion was quite fun, to be fair. But as I said a minute ago, there's a lot of memory loss kind of arcs, and I've seen them done well, but more often than not, they do kind of feel like, again, stalling the series. Oh, look who it is. Pretty good get up. But yeah, this episode really felt like it was trying to artificially kind of prolong the series just to that final episode. For half of this episode, for me anyway. Just kind of going over things we already went over. I guess it's led to this kind of interesting scenario. Again, maybe that's just a bias I have, because, yeah. I think I am going to end it there, because I do want to watch Newcastle Sunderland game. Oh god, the rat. Okay. Goodbye, Marie. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. As I said, not the best episode in my opinion. Pretty decent first half, but then it just went again this cliche kind of memory loss. Serves to reset and just undo a lot of great stuff that we kind of built up. It almost feels a bit cheap as well, in a sense of like, it's nice that she got like a second chance to kind of admit to things, but it's also quite cheap in terms of using memory loss of all things to get there from a poison. I mean, I know memory loss can be a consequence of being poisoned and being ill and such, but yeah, feels a little bit cheap for me. Let me know what you guys thought about this one though in the comments. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date. Like I said, there was a few good moments in here. I did like the premise of, again, getting her to actually kind of having a second go around, but not lying to him here. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and have a good rest of your day, guys.